My dear Christian, I will talk in a very, very important topic. Watching this video and achieving what I will see now is very, very important. Watching this video and achieving what I will see now is a matter of life or death. For that, I want you to hear me very well. Hear me with your heart. Don't hear me with your ears. I'm sure if you hear me with your heart, my talking will penetrate your heart, because most of Christians are not arrogant, are not proud. If they know the correct way, they walk in the correct way. If they hear the correct advice, they follow the correct advice. I will talk about very great and strong and incredible scientific miracles in the Holy Quran for 5 minutes only. Hear me and then you are free. The God said in Surah Al-Dhariyat in chapter number 27 in verse number 47, and we constructed the heaven with strength and indeed and will keep expanding. Which means that the God said that he will keep expanding the heaven until the last day. The recent science proved that the heaven expands with a very high velocity, which it reaches 30,000 light years every 1 second, because there are 275 million stars are created born every day. For that, the heaven has to be expanded to accommodate these huge numbers of stars. How the Prophet Muhammad knew that? Did he say, and he will keep expanding, or the God said that? How he knew that? He was an illiterate man, can read and can write from more than 1,400 years. Another very great miracle. The Prophet Muhammad said in the hadith, if the fly falls in the vessel, dip all of it and then remove it, that one of its wings is a disease and the other is a treatment. The recent science proves that one of the wings of the fly contains antibiotics which kill the microbes which fall from the second wing. For that he ordered us, if the fly falls in the vessel, to dip all of it. When you dip all of it, it will drop these antibiotics and it will clean and kill the parasites. There are more than great study in USA and Australia prove this great miracle. And I will put link for this study. A doctor called Joan Clark in Australia makes a great study about this and proves this. This miracle pushes hundreds of Christians to convert to Islam. Another very great miracle. The Prophet Muhammad said in the hadith, every human being is created about 360 jointed, and he has to offer every day a charity or donation for every jointed. His friends said to him, it is too hard to make that. He said to them, if you pray 2 rakas in the early morning, it will be equivalent for all that. The recent science proves that every one of us is created about 360 jointed, like Muhammad said, from more than 1,400 years. How he knew that? And there are more than study. The recent science proves that every one of us is created about 360 jointed. And I will put link to prove that. How he knew that and was an illiterate man. Another very great miracle. The non-believers said to the Prophet Muhammad, if you really a prophet from God, split this moon for us into 2 parts and we will believe you and support you. He said to them, can you give me a charter, a strong promise about that? They said, yes, we'll give you a charter. He prayed to God and the moon has split it into 2 parts. But they said to him, you charmed us with magic. This is magic. He said to them, why you broke your promises with me? I achieved what you want. They said to him, no, this is magic. He said to them, there are messengers will come after 2 days. We can ask them. If they saw, which he saw, this means that it is not a magic. They said, okay, because they know that the magic affects only the people in front of you, near you, but doesn't affect the people far away from you. And that, those messengers was about 100 kilometers far away. The messengers came and said, we saw a very strange thing. We saw that the moon has split it into 2 parts. And he was astonished. What is the matter? They said to him, no, your magic is very strong. It goes for a long way. For that, the God settled down in Surah Al-Qamar in chapter number 27 in verse number 1. The last day has been soon, and the moon has split it. And if they saw a great miracle, they don't believe. And they said it is a strong magic. And this always the character of the non-believers. They ask for a great miracle, although they know that this man is a prophet. And then they broke their promises because they are arrogant and liar. I hope you are not like these people. When the instruments dropped on the surface of the moon, they found a very long crack in the moon. The length of this crack is 125 kilometers, and the width of this crack is 1,500 meters, and the depth of this crack is 500 meters. They was astonished from this crack. They make studies about this crack. They found that this crack impossible to come as a result of earthquake or volcano or any other thing. And one of the scholars of NASA agency in USA said that our studies prove that the moon has broken in the past and then it's sealed another time. And I will put the video which prove this talking for this scholar. Another very great and a very strange miracle. A Japanese scholar called Masaru Emoto. He was non-Muslim. make a very strange book about the great and the incredible effect of reciting the Holy Quran on the water. He found very strange things. He found that crystals of the water changed to make very great and very beautiful structures after reciting Quran on it. He take images for these structures and he put them in his book. And he found that the benefits and the characters of the water it changed to be better and better after reciting Quran on it in the treatment of many diseases. He write all that in his great book which is called Message from Water, and I will put link for this book. I will put under this video 8 great miracles provided with links to prove what I say. These miracles is a drop in a big sea from hundreds of miracles in the Quran, in the Holy Quran and Sunnah, which pushes hundreds of Christians to convert to Islam every day. 50,000 Christians convert to Islam in Egypt every 1 year. 5 Christians every 1 hour converted to Islam in USA, America, because of these miracles. Now, if you start to believe that this Quran is from God, this means that you are humble, you are not arrogant. But if you don't want to believe it until now, I'm sorry to say to you that you are arrogant. Because if I told you to look at the sun in the sky and you told me that you don't see anything, this means that you are arrogant or you are a blind man. You don't have eyes. You have to know that the greatness and the strength of the miracles in the Quran and Sunnah is stronger than the light of the sun in the sky. And you have to know that the Quran, which contains all these miracles, said in chapter number 3, in verse number 85 in Surah Ali Imran, any person will accept any religion unless Islam will not be acceptable from him, and he will be from the big losers in the last day. And the Prophet Muhammad said in the hadith, I swear with whom my soul is in his hand, any person hear about me, Jewish or Christian or any another religion, and don't believe me and don't believe the religion I came with, he will be one of the hell people. You will be one of the fire people if you don't convert to Islam. I make this video because I care about you. I am afraid about you. I don't want you to go to fire. You will fall in fire and you will never come out of it. You will destroy yourself. You will lose the paradise. Convert to Islam before time is off. If your soul come out from your body before converting to Islam, your destination will be fire. You will bite your fingers in the last day and you will cry, but you will not cry with tears, you will cry with blood. And you will remember what I say now and you will blame yourself and stroke yourself because you don't obey me. But the time will be off and the door will be closed. And you will hope to return to the life for 1 second to convert to Islam. But it will be impossible, the time will be off. Before I finished, I want to say, drop under this video and read all the miracles which I have written with your heart, and press the links which I put under this video to make sure of what I said. You will find that the Holy Quran is the best book all over the world. After that, if you don't obey me, you will be the killer of yourself.